Oh, there we go. I was streaming on something. I don't know what I was streaming on, but here we are, back here in Blender. I mean, you know, YouTube. I hope it's not buzzing. Like, sometimes my... Let me see. I feel like it would be one of those conflict sounds if I look it up. Let me copy the link here in my Discord. It's been a while since I did a tutorial, and we're already getting some people in here, and thank you whoever gave us the like already this early. I appreciate it. Hang on, I'll be right with you to start the tutorial. I just need to check my mic and see if it's buzzing, because sometimes it does that and nobody tells me, and then I go through the whole tutorial. So we're gonna check that and see. I would do it the old-fashioned manual way, but my headphones are jacked up. I gotta buy a new pair. Oh, and I got another like. Thank you. 2 people, 2 likes. Let's see. 2 people, 2 likes. It is buzzing. It is buzzing. Hello? Hello? Okay, there it is. Alright, no more buzzing. Because we don't like that. I hate it because I bought this new mic specifically because the last mic couldn't hold up to me screaming. So I needed to get a new one because I blew that one out. And then they're like, oh, well, this one should be better. No problems with it. All new. And then I get it and it's buzzing. And then the guy wouldn't give me another one. He's like, well, if you want to, you'll have to send this one back to us. And then we'll send you a new one. And I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I'll just twist the mic. Which is what I just did. Okay, so we are here now. We have everything all set up. And we can pause this because, you know, internet in this location sucks. So let's not drain it with me streaming, myself streaming. So, hi everybody and welcome to another live Mmd Game Code tutorial. My name is Zero and that's my husband in the back. He's playing Elden Ring, so prepare to hear sounds like that in the background as well as cursing and screaming. For when something happens. Yeah, another giant robot gonna come out of the back.
I forgot about that already.
Okay, so what we have here is our the subject of our tutorial tonight, and it is how to convert MMD stuff using Onigiri. Now, as you people may already notice, everyone's playing Elden Ring. This dude got it as soon as it came out, like, set their weight, and it says it's gonna be released in 4 hours. Is it 4 hours yet, babe? Like, no, babe, it's the clock.
It's good.
Tricked me into letting him buy the deluxe edition. Talking about they won't have. Good, your lives are fun, and I'm see.
I don't even know what the deluxe edition does anymore.
Aw, he'll better, Suge. Get better soon. I know what it's like. And it's bad getting sick in this crappy Smarch weather. At least it's not summertime sickness. It's nothing worse than having a cold during the summertime. So at least, you know, you're getting it out now. Though your summers can be better.
Oh no. Oh no. Robots.
Okay, so, what happened is yes, feel better, Jinxie. Okay, so you guys know with all the drama we had with Bento Buddy, we decided to drop support for it, as well as everybody else with common sense who left that toxic ass situation with that developer. And so once Bento Buddy became GPL compliant, it was forked, and became Onigiri, which is what we're going to be using from here on out. Not only is Onigiri a little bit better than Bento Buddy, for the sake of customer service, it's not full of toxic dicks. We have really good tutorials with friendly people like myself. So we're going to do, this is our first tutorial in the series, and we are going to start working on that right now. If I can get into it without somebody screaming in the BJ. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to show you my method of converting MMD stuff as fast as humanly possible, and to make quick avatars, animesh, and animations using Onigiri and from MMD. Now, these are an example of what you'll be making. I have a thick Miku. I'm not sure what she called the Shion Miku mod. I don't really know all the details on it. All I know is that it was a thick Miku, and I was off living for that. Because y'all know I like the thick. But I guess by Second Life standards, this is normal. No problem. Don't apologize. This is a really fun experiment. I finally got the crack into Animesh, and that gave us these guys over here. If I can cam over, yeah, they're not working right now. But we have Animesh cows, which are super awesome, and it's all because of this whole experience. Oh yeah, there we go. Something working. We have an Animesh Lugia. With my camera would go over there, but it's not. You see him. So deep. Alright, so yeah, we have like an Animesh Lugia, and I'm able to finally do an Animesh tutorial, which I'm super happy about. But I gotta wait because Gypsy is working on a system that we can use with Animesh so they can have more than one animation. And I can give that one out for free rather than having to spend money for an Animesh system or whatever that I really don't want to do. Because right now the only script I have only allows one animation to play. So that's not good. So we want multiple stuff, because somebody in their chat, I want to say it was Misery, she wanted to make Animesh breedables. And if you're going to have breedables, then they got to move around, right? They walk, they do stuff. So we'll need more than one animation for that. So I was hoping we can do the Animesh tutorial after that. Hey, it's Okami. Okay, so now let's actually get into the tutorial rather than just talking about the tutorial. But first I gotta talk about the tutorial some more. So what we're gonna have here is a basic avatar. This is kind of a click instant meshes. It's an instant avatar sort of thing. It will come rigged like you see here, and it will be bento, and it does work with shapes, so it's kind of fit mesh. So you can do that, but as you see, the face is static. It doesn't blink, it doesn't talk, because what Onigiri does is that it converts bones into Second Life bones, and the Mmd Skeleton does not have face or mouth bones. What it has is shape keys or morphs, and morphs are just states that are dictated via a slider rather than a bone. So no bones, nothing to convert until Second Life starts getting shape keys in here. So you will have to take this either to a secondary, do like Avastar or karage or fried chicken. You gotta use the Avastar plugin or the fried chicken plugin, or use, whatever it is to put in a face skeleton in here, and then you'll have to rig that. So how was it before bento? Yeah, it's like this. So you don't, no face bones. You'll have to put those in yourself. So I just keep thinking of it like kind of like cake mix. This is just the base for cakes, and then you got to put the toppings on it, which is the face blinking or whatever. But if you want a nice static face like this, then it's just click and go, and then you go. All right, so now we are going to something smells mandragory. It is a ukami. Beat it. You see me tutorialing. Those things are so cute. I love them. I wanted to have
Punch
it.
you in the crotch over and over again.
Dave,
Things.
Dave has trauma with those things. They used to punch him in the crotch back in the day.
Fancy. 14 and or 11.
Yeah, I saw them in she said it's not, they are in 12, but that's not the word. They are in 14, but that's not where she got this from. But when I saw it and she was doing a demo of it, I was all like sparkly eyes. I was like, "Ooh, I know what this. They got tomato head ones, and I'm gonna go play with you with it." And they have a royal princess one with like really long girly eyelashes and a crown. And I was like, "I'm gonna rig that." And then Nesasaki is like, "Did you finish that tutorial for for Onigiri yet?" I'm like, "No, ma'am. I'm working on it." She's like, "You're not slacking off, are you? You're doing your part, right?" Yes, I'm totally doing that. I am not rigging this cute tomato with girly eyelashes. I am making the tutorial. So that's what I'm doing right now, so I can go play around a little bit, because I want to. Alright, so now don't mind me. That's what I want. I want to be a little tomato. Alright, so let's begin our actual tutorial. Finally. So what we need to do is we need an MMD model. And I am not getting sucked down that hole again. MMD is just a hole for creativity. It's like, ooh, that's a model from that. Ooh, that's a model from that. I know that dance. And then you watch the videos and you start dancing. We got to put back a whole month for this tutorial because I kept getting lost in the videos and dancing myself tired and going to sleep and then saying, "I'll do it tomorrow." And then the same thing kept happening. Okay, so this is just a dry tutorial anyway. After this, I'll put a more structured... Ooh. It's not buzzing again, is it? Damn, I hit the mic.
Oh my god.
Oh. We'll put together a whole... Let me know if it is so I can twist the cord. After this tutorial, we will put in a full structured tutorial thing, like videos with a playlist. So you can download this and watch it, and it'll be nice and like right to the point and not goofy like this. This is just a dry run. So if you have any questions or anything like that, I can add it into the final product, you know, like I usually do with every single tutorial I have been doing as of late. So in this tutorial, I am going to start out here in Blender 2.81, which is like, oh my god, I'm using something other than 7.9. Hell is freezing over. Which it totally is, because I'm even getting a Windows 10 computer. It'll be in the mail. It should be here on Thursday. Alright, so we have our Blender, and we already have our Onigiri already installed, so it's ready to go. And we're going to bring in our MMD model. Now, one of the things you need to know about MMD is that it has multiple types of skeletons, multiple skeleton types. There's kind of like the traditional one, and then there's additional ones with more kind of bones in there, like the mother bone and the groovy bone, and I forgot what the other bone is, but generally they're kind of the same, except for I know the ones with the Tda skeletons are a little bit different than the ones that are not Tda skeletons. So there's two methods of conversion that we'll have to do. So I'm going to show you both ways, one with like kind of a simple one, and then one with the Tda skeleton, and then you can, you know, apply it to whatever you want. So we're going to start with our MMD basic one, which is going to be the thick Miku, or Shion Miku. So you just go to File, Import, and then MMD. Oh, if you want to follow along, the plugins and all the rest of that jazz is in the description of this video. So all you have to do is just download it, install it, and grab the parts, and then you can follow along with us.
So fancy.
You know, before it's released and organized. Okay, so I'm going to go to my file, which is Shion Miku base, and I got the PMX. Now I work with PMX and PMDs, but you know, most stuff is PMX these days. But if you got an old rig, a PMD, it still will work with that. So as you see right now, she's in an A pose, and that's not good because Second Life is mostly T pose. Even though you can have the A pose, it's best to use a T pose because it works better with animations and stuff. So we just wanted it in T-pose anyway. So normally you would just have to go in here and go to pose mode and then put this into press R and then put it into T-pose so that the arms are straight. But with Onigiri, they have a thing called the pose library, and I created a pose for you so you can automatically do it without having to go in here and make the stuff yourself. Because not only do you need to have the avatar in a T-pose, but you also need to separate the fingers so that they are spread out like the Second Life default hands. Because if you leave them as is like this, when you go to wear your avatar, let me see if I can find an example of that. Because I made a bunch of these Mikus before we did this. I even accidentally made a giant Miku because I forgot to scale it on down. So let's see. There's my little gypsies. So it should be maybe this one. Okay. So if you try to leave the fingers as is without stretching them out, they'll be like this. And this is it trying to animate to the Second Life. Oh, let me turn off my fancy shaders. I was trying to make pictures and movies and stuff like that. So let me turn off that depth of field so everything is all not blurry because I'm squinting real hard like, why can't I see? Okay, so if you do not put your avatar in the T-pose, your arms will go behind you like this, and you don't spread your fingers will curl up like this, like these little paddle things, and we don't want that. So we want Miku to have arms in front of her and her hands as pedalless as possible. So I'm going to go back into Blender and show you how to correct this from happening. So like I said earlier, Onigiri has a what is it called? Pose library, and we're going to use that to copy in the pose. I did the work for you, so you don't have to try to figure out and waste time doing this every time you want to and do an avatar. So what we're going to do is select the bones, and then I'm going to go into animation tab, and then we're going to enable pose library, and then you're going to select load from this menu. And then we're going to navigate to
That's what they were going all nuts about, saying, oh, hot snake lady. Really? It's just a snake with a cape.
Yeah, that's a hot cape. All right, hush. I'm tutorialing, please. Thank you. All right, so, we got 4 likes now. 6 people, 4 likes. I like that percentage. Okay, so like I was saying, we're going to go into our project folder, which is going to be Onigiri Mmd tutorial if you download it. And there are 2 pose files in here. One is the Second Life, Mmd Second Life T-pose one, and then there's the alternative one. If your arms are supposed to go out and straight into a T-pose, but if you use one of these maps and they go down into a further A, kind of more like aggressive A pose, then try the other map. So I know for a fact that it's the Mmd T-pose, the basic one for this one. And once it loads in here, we're just going to click the happy pineapple next to the pencil. And, that's the one that's wrong. That's the bad one. We don't want that. So I'm just going to press Control-Z and go back. We're going to load the other one in and try that again. Onigiri alternative, happy pineapple, and there we go. Not only that, but I think it shrinks it down into the right scaling size for it as well. So, yay, happy. That's why it's got a happy pineapple, because it gives happy results. So you see your arms are out in the T-pose and your fingers are spread. Next thing we need to do is check the scaling of it and make sure that Miku is the right height. And to do that, we're just going to close the animation tab so it's out of the way, less stuff to scroll up for. And I'm going to look for, remember it was character tools? No, rig creation. And then want to select add safe rig. And this will be the Second Life scale down here. So this is a standard Second Life avatar, and this is how tall your avatar will be in comparison to it. So if you leave it like this, you're going to have a giant Miku, and we don't want a giant Miku. We want a normal size Miku, possibly a smaller than regular human. So we're going to select all of Miku, and then we're going to press S. But if you try to do this and you try to scale it, you'll notice that no matter how much I say scale, it's not going anywhere. This is because when we import the safe rig, it sort of locks the transformations and stuff down. So all we have to do is just unlock it. So to unlock those transformations, we're just going to go over to the side and we're going to select the object tab. and we're going to select the bones. And when you select the bones, you'll see that there are a whole bunch of locks here. We're just going to click and scroll down and just unlock all the bones, unlock all the locks, and then when we press S to scale it down, you see we are able to move our Miku. So all we have to do now is just scale Miku down into a regular Second Life avatar size, which is right here, or you can make her smaller if you want to, depending on where you want to. But I'm going to try to get it as close to that as we can. Now, once she's all scaled, all we have to do is press delete on the safe rig. Where'd it go? Get out of here, safe rig. Oh, wait, I messed something up. Let me go back. That's the safe rig. We're just going to press delete on that and get it out of here because less bones, less worries. Okie doke. So we have Miku already ready to go, and it's time to just click convert and get her into a Second Life rig. So to start the conversion process, we're just going to select on her bones, like on her, and we're going to press the character create converter, and we're going to load in an MMD map. Now, you could use the MMD map that's provided inside of the original Onigiri data, and the one you would use is the MMD temp. But if you use this MMD temp map, you won't have boob bones that I put inside there. Because, you know, that's kind of the thing, is to jiggle, right? So I don't want to use that one. I want to use the custom one that I made. So it's back to the Onigiri MMD tutorial folder. And I want to use the map with breasts. And then once everything is loaded in, it'll just say right here, armature contains a map. Once it's loaded in, we're just going to press convert, and you'll see that it will transform this Mmd skeleton into a Second Life skeleton. And the conversion is pretty instantaneous. You just got to wait like 4 or 5 seconds, and then you'll see her skeleton has been turned into a Second Life one. A pretty standard, very simple Second Life skeleton. So you can click on this and test it, and grab her bones and move stuff around, and you can see it. And like we said, no rigging needed to be done because it's already rigged. It's just converting everything to Second Life. So we have our rigged avatar, and now it's time to export. So select our Miku and then just press the button that says export mesh for Second Life and open sim. Save it somewhere, name it something, and then hit export. And then you just want to wait. It usually should take like a minute or two. Hang on, something happened. Let me check. Make sure that it uploaded right. Something wrong. Desktop. No, it didn't say. Alright. And this is why we do dry runs. I'm like, just do this and we're done. Alright, let's see. What went wrong? Let's see. This, convert, export mesh. Alright, hang on 1 second. I think I forgot a step. One of the things that I did... Oh! Yeah, I totally forgot a step. Okay, hang on, y'all. Let me go back. All the way back. Wait, let me see. Undo history. This is exactly why we have dry runs. Dry runs. Alright, I'm going to start over just so I can show you how fast it is. The fact that I jacked this up is going to make it seem like it's a lot longer than what it should be. But it's not. It's actually really quick if you didn't miss a step like I did. Okay, so we're going to pretend like I did this for the first time. Hi, everybody. Welcome. We're going to import our MMD model. Go here, find our thick Miku, import it in. Bring her into here, rotate her around, zip here, zoom out, select the bones, go to the side, open up Onigiri, go to Onigiri, go to animations, enable pose library, load pose library, close, go to the project folder, alternative one, collect the happy pineapple, shrink down, then what else do we do? Go to this, go to character tool, no, rig creation, add safe rig, select the Miku, shrink the Miku, but the Miku won't shrink because all her transformations are locked. Scroll this over, select her bones, remove all of that. Then go to relations. I think I go delete that? Yeah, go to relations and then delete that. That's one of the steps that I forgot. Then we're going to scale her down to this. And then here we are back to where I jacked up at. So once it's all scaled down to where we want it to be, we need to apply this pose as the rest pose for the body. That's what I forgot. And it's like, it's in a different pose, but the rest pose, it messed it up. So that was Onigiri trying to stop me. So what we need to do next is select the bones. No, select the mesh. Go into the modifier, press copy. And you see it goes crazy. Hit apply, but it's going to tell you you can't apply this because you have shape keys enabled. So we need to go and remove those shape keys. So we're just going to go down here to this object data, where the triangle that used to be there, and we're going to select the down pointed triangle and then delete all the shape keys. And that's what's going to clear this up. Now don't worry about that shape right here. It's going to fix itself in just a moment. Now we have this. We're going to go back to the wrench. Where in the blinking blue is that wrench? Oh, there it is. Hit apply, and then we're going to go into, is it object? Apply. Now we need to go to pose. Pose. Pose, and then apply pose as rest pose. And you see now Miku's all ready. Now we can go into Second Life's thing and go to the character converter. Load up the map. The one with the boobies, because I like the jiggle. Map with the breasts. And then convert it. Okay. Then we select this, and then if you try to, if you convert it, you try to convert it again, it'll tell you that it's already been converted. Don't stop it. And then you can press export to Second Life. Call it 1, and then, okay. I think it worked that time. So let's try uploading it this time. There it is. See, it saved this time. You had to clear the parent and get rid of those shape keys. So when you look in the preview menu, it looks pretty scary, right? Like, oh my god, it failed. But don't worry, this is because it's trying to apply this body to a regular Second Life skeleton, and it ain't the Second Life skeleton. It's a custom skeleton. And you guys remember what I told you about custom skeletons, right? You'll have to press the include joint position, and it should right back into place and be a hot Miku girl who is thick. There you go. See? Arms in front, legs and stuff here. All the Miku is a good coup. So we're just going to turn these down to low and lowest to 0 like we always do. Watch your profanity. Don't worry about the preview window. It's going to funk up, but in world it's going to be good. Yeesh, it's huge. Wait, it's huge. I wonder why it's so heavy, like, all the time. But whatever. 44L is still a hell of a lot cheaper than buying an anime body in world. Am I right? Am I right? So we're going to put on this body. And as you see, we pop right in. And we're fine with fingers moving. And, yeah. After that, it's just a matter of texturing and then wearing. And since we have TV magic, we have one that was prepared in advance. And as you see, that's what the textures and all the rest of that stuff is. So you see, it was really quick, fast, and easy. Less than 5 minutes if you didn't forget that step that I did. And you will have an instantly rigged MMD model for your enjoyment. Now, this is, like I said, just the basic model. It still doesn't have any kind of face rigging, and you will have to do that on your own, because if you've seen my models, you'll know that face rigging is not something that I'm good at. So you're on your own when it comes to that one. Now, let's say that you have a TDA model. You'll have to take a certain different step when it comes to that one, because those are a little problematic. Same process, different maps. I smoothed out all the bumps for you, so it's the exact same process, but I will show you why we do that and why we use it. So let me go and find a TDA model. I'm just going to start a new one up. Oh, 6 likes. We are 1-on-1 now. 6 likes, 6 watch. There's still somebody just left though. We had that. Alright, so what am I doing now? Y'all awfully quiet. One second, need some water. Whew. Okay, let's go to the second half of the tutorial, the Tda Skeleton. Now, Tda is going to play a really big part in this because it has a whole lot of bones, and those bones are really good for animation. If you were trying to create an MMD or translate and convert an MMD animation from MMD to Second Life, you would want to use the Tda Skeleton because it has better position and root bones than the other one. Even though it's got the same, it's weird. I think it got like maybe 2 or 3 more bones that make it better than the other model. And that's the one that you're going to want to use. I've already included one inside the kit so that you will want to use that one when you are okay. You're going to want to use that one when we get to animations, but we're not at animations yet, so I'm just showing you the conversion process of models first, and then we're going to talk about animations. Okay, so let's see what happens when we try to use this method that I showed you with those maps using a TDA model. Let's first go and import one, so go to PMX, and I think it might be in the tutorial. I have this TDA Warlock Luca. No idea where I got this from. And you see, she has way more bones than the last one. This is including hair bones, finger bones, upper leg bones, and kind of like, I guess, the MMD equivalency of fit mesh bones. She's boned up. And that's what we want to use as an ideal animation ones, because some animations have additional bones and stuff that the other ones don't have, and she's our girl for that kind of dancing. But what if you want to use this girl for avatar using, or animesh instead of just dancing? Well, we can go through the same process as we did before, except for we use a different set of maps, and I will show you those maps. So this is what happens if you were to use the original stuff. Hang on, it's a fly on my shoulder. Oh, it's a fly on my shoulder. Oh, get off me. Oh, yeah, there's a fly on my shoulder. Oh. Okay. It's hot and I'm sweaty. Damn March weather. Alright. So, type 2. Here we go. We're going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to animations, enable the pose, and we're going to load in our other maps. So, if we were to load in, let's see, Second Life T-pose, and then click the happy pineapple, you see our hands go up, which is ideal. But what if we chose the, oh no, wait, go back. There you go. She went away. Alright, so that's how you know that if you got the right map, because if you choose the happy pineapple and arms go out, then that's the right one. But if you were to choose the other one, I think is it T-pose alternative or T-pose? T-pose alternative. Okay, if you were to use the happy pineapple and your arms go down, then you know you got the wrong one. So we want arms out, not arms in. So let's go back to this. Whoops, not that. Load Onigiri T-pose. Happy pineapple and the arms go out. Great. So once the arms are out, we just do like we did before. Add in a safe rig so we can scale it down. Select the body. Oh yeah, I forgot the thing is going to be missing. Where'd it go? Where is that? There should be like a thing over here. A map. Oh, for Magog. Damn this. Where did the scene go? Stupid new blender. Which is now the old blender. Alright. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know all the controls for the new blender yet. Which is the new old blender. The old new blender? Ugh. This blender. Animation, enable, load. pose. Onigiri. Is it alternative or is it second? Happy pineapple? Nope. What? Well, it's a happy pineapple.
Bad guy? Yeah, it's a bad guy. It's a couple of bad guys. Oh my god.
Alright, there we go with this. And then we go to here. Character creation. Safe rig. He's all the way down there. Select these bones. Go to relations and clear that parent out. And then we want to unlock all of those. Oops. Unlock all of these. Scale it down. Oh, scale it down. Is that an item or are you just singing the song?
I got an item.
Oh.
I was singing this song though.
Beast Blood. I love this song. Now I know that the T-pose here ain't exactly straight. It's because me, you can't see me, but I'm doing the whole tough, I'm blind thing. No, I'm not doing that John Cena, you can't see me, but I guess it's the same motion. I'm blind. My eyes are Alright, so we got our model. We need to get rid of, do two things. We need to get rid of the shape keys, so just this, and then, what is the word? Delete all shape keys. And then we need to select the bones and apply this new rest pose. I don't remember how to do that. Select this, and then this, and then copy, apply, bones, pose mode, pose, apply as new rest pose. That's it. Now we select the second life thing. Bro, I don't remember what the next step is. Oh, let me go to character converter. And then we load in the map. Now I am going to save it right here because there are two things I need to do and I don't need to keep hitting backs. So I'm just going to save this real quick. Alright, now here we have our plain MMD model, and I'm going to show you why you need to use the other map in case this happens to you when you are trying to convert the item. So we're going to load our map in, and we're going to go to this, and I'm going to use the map with breast, like the one we used last time, and I'm going to convert it. Wait for it to finish converting. May freeze a bit. And you see we got a regular second life skeleton just like the last one, and everything looks like it's going fine. So we're going to do our tests, and we're going to do the pose, and we're going to click on our bones and press R, and you can move around and see how everything is. So we got this, your arms are moving, your chest is moving, your hips are moving, which is always good. And then we go to the legs, and then you see the legs aren't moving, but the skirt is. And you're like, what the what? Why is it not moving? Now, this is a small error. Not really an error. It's just mismapping that we had corrected. You see, in the standard MMD model, there have leg bones. And those got converted. But the legs are not parented to the leg bone. It's on a different bone that's like up here, like leg controller bone, which are the additional bones that they added into the TDA more advanced skeleton. I guess they call it like a Sega man. The TDA skeleton has leg control bones and not leg bones. So when you try to convert this to this, they're not gonna move. So what you need to do is go back a bit. Stupid undo history. Let's revert back before we converted, and then select the other one, the alternative map. Because I'm going to show you what I meant by those legs. So these are the leg bones that you see, and you think, okay, that's moving the leg. This is what controls the leg. Because you see it's a big bone going through the leg. Obviously, it's the leg bone, right? No. This is a leg rotation bone that they have, and the real leg bone is up here in the thighs, and that will move your leg around. So what we needed to do was remap the leg bones to these leg controller bones, and then use these as the other bones too. But don't worry about it, because I did it for you, so you don't have to worry about it. All you gotta do is just apply the map. So it took me a minute to figure that one out. we work hard so you don't have to kind of things. So we're just going to go to Onigiri, and then we use the alternative map and then convert it and wait for it to work its magic.
Oh, go to heck.
Alright. So now that it's converted into a second life skeleton, you can see that when we move the bones, the leg bones, and press R, press R, you see we have the legs moving. Because those are actually your leg bone, and this is upper leg for whatever reason. But it doesn't matter. It works, it works. Your legs can move. So just like before, we're just going to select our avatar and then hit export. Go to our desktop. 1, 2, export. As long as this bottom part don't turn red, it should be fine. So then when we import it in,
Why are they still alive? I came through here and killed them already.
upload number 2.
Who's getting the stack? You.
It's broken just like the last one, but don't worry. Custom. Include joints. Then we'll load a 0. Now, I don't have textures for her. I didn't even know where the model was, so I can't texture this one for your enjoyment like the other Miku. But sure, when you have yours, it will be textured fine. So when we go and put her in, you see we have our avatar, and she's all good too. So already rigged, all ready for you to go, and you know, it can dance if it wants to. That's how much I can play without getting copyright struck. So I say I'm too late. I got nothing in my brain. That's what people say. That's what people say. I keep cruising. Alright, I would keep singing, but I'm sure they're going to copyright strike me for killing the tune. So yeah, you see she rigs, she moves, it goes just like it's supposed to, and you will have an instant avatar with finger bones and stuff. All you gotta do is, you know, rig the hair correctly and give it some face bones. And that's it. Yeah, right? Okay, yes. That is Miku. There you go, some rigged, some textured entertainment for you. You can put it anywhere else that you want, and yeah. You can edit it and do more fine tuning, but this is just good for quick, go. I want an avatar right now. Now we get to go into the fun part, which shouldn't take too long. You know, famous last words. And that is Mmd Animation, which is also going to be in another separate tutorial by itself, where everything is calmly explained and not rushed through or with errors or whatever have you. So it should be like a 10-minute course, I hope. Now, one of the things that I would like to expand on later on is the Mmd Animation dancer script. We had Gypsy help us out again, and, you know, I really can't say enough good stuff about Gypsy and him making our projects come true. But I have to put it together and then chop up music. And like I said, this is just a dry run. So if you guys see it, you can ask questions. So speaking of which, does anybody have any questions or anything that they want to ask about what's happening? Or you got it all down? Man, stretch. Wonder if anybody say anything in the Discord. Nope. Ain't nobody saying that. But I can't be upset. It is 2 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday. Ain't nobody up. Alright. So we're going to go into the easier part, which is going to be fun. Mmd Animations into Second Life. And Onigiri makes that process very easy by chopping everything up for you. All you have to do is just import, convert, and go. One of the things that I would really like to say is very, 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 very important is that you are going to want to use a skeleton with Tda Skeleton versus a regular Mmd Skeleton like this Miku here is. I will show you an example. How to make an avatar. That's why I'm here by luck. Oh, well, this one is just instant. All you gotta do is download, convert, and put in.
Your service, master. Ready to make adjustments to your garments. You're lucky I didn't stab you, dude. Standing right behind me.
Rat face, bit. Okay. Yeah, so this one is like really quick go avatars. So you can start up, if you wanted to, a whole anime body shop and just have people use heads that they buy. Just chop off the head that you got from MMD, convert it, and then there you go, insta money. And then you donate some of that, because look at my money, people. I gotta spend a lot to upload this crap. You know the beta grid don't work. Alright, so let me get on. We are going to talk, yes, and each one of these have the same method. As long as you have a map for it, you can just convert and go. Convert, go, and make as many avatars as you want. I'd use the system, and I use the models from Smash Brothers, and I have this Lugia Animesh thing that's not running, and I use the animations and models from Story of Seasons, and we got the Animesh cow over there, which again ain't working right now, but it was. And then we have a Mmd Skeleton. All of these using the same method that I teach you. So once you master one method, you can just apply it to pretty much anything your heart sets to. And that is going to be in a different tutorial where I talk about retargeting and stuff like that. But, you know, later on, when the husband's not home playing the game in the TV. Right?
What? Oh.
Yes. You're playing Elden Ring while I was all hyped up for a tutorial.
I'm sorry.
Well, lucky you, Ukemi, and your dang luck. Every time I try to sign into the beta grade, it's like, nope. So, I gotta pay for these tutorials. Anyway, like I was saying, you are going to want to use a Tda Skeleton for doing the animation conversion for MMD. The one that I provided inside of the link on the description is going to be the ideal one to use because it seems to work with a whole bunch of animations, including the ones that people have made and the ones that they converted from Sega's Project Diva stuff, because I know the Project Diva skeleton and stuff is very similar to the TDA one. Either they just swiped it over there or they made one that works with it, and that's what you want to use. Now I'm going to show you examples as to why you want to do that in case you're like, Zero, I don't need to use it. I have my own models. No. Do what I say, damn it. Okay, so this is an animation that we tried. We used a shake it off animation, the one I was just doing. And I converted this animation using a plain Miku skeleton, the one that the Shion was originally attached to. And you can see how the origin is when she's dancing about the screen. Alright, hang on, let me start over. So here she is dancing around the screen like this. This is when it's using a plain MMD skeleton and not one with the additional bones needed to keep her butt stable. Because as you see here, she's dancing about, which doesn't really look bad, but when you see what it's supposed to be, then you're like, oh, I get it. So here's the same animation, but made with the Tda Skeleton when she stops slinging about. So here it is. Now this is one with the Tda Skeleton that was used in the conversion, and you see the origin and everything else is fine and is moving the way it's supposed to be moving. She's not slipping and sliding across the screen. She's actually stepping and moving across the screen like she's supposed to. So we want this result every single time. So we are going to use the skeleton that gives us that result. So I know you're going to want to see your avatar dancing in Blender because, you know, we all want that joy. But for the sake of, consistency and working, please use the model that I provided inside of the folder. Alright, now we're going to go in there and actually see how this works. And this is the part that keeps tripping me up because I'm like, ooh, I know that dance. Ooh, I know that song. And then I dance myself into a coma. And we get delayed for a month. Alright, so what we need to do is go and first import our MMD stuff in here. So, same progress. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to open up the folder we had right here. Yeah, yay! Here we have our model all ready to go. And it's not converted into Second Life yet. It's still an Mmd Skeleton. And did I do the relation stuff? Everything's good. Okay, I guess it was a good thing we hit save, right? Alright, so we have our skeleton all prepared and ready for animations. Maybe I should include this in here so you can just open it and go rather than trying to scale it and do all that stuff. I'm all about time saving, and that will save a whole bunch of time. Alright, so we have... Oh no, that's bad that we did this because because the rest pose is a T pose, and if the animation's rest pose is actually an A pose, then the arms are going to be off in this. So this is actually bad. I do need to start over and import all this stuff again. Okay. So let's just start over. This close, y'all. So close. Alright, so what we need to do is, yeah, it's so close. Bayonetta joke reference there. Alright, import our model and do the same thing that we did before. We just need to select the skeleton, go to relations, and then close it out. We want to select the bones. I want to make that a note in here that we want to select the bones, not the skeleton. We want to remove the parent from the bones. So click that. You want to keep the animations there. No, this is Onigiri. So once it's all set like this, we're going to press this and scale it down. But once again, we can't because all the translations are locked. So we select the bones again and unlock all of the stuffs. So once everything's unlocked, we can scan it and scroll it down. Let's see if I got it right. I like to play a game where I can see if I scaled it right to the Second Life skeleton size before I put the safe mode in there. So once we got it scaled down, we want to check our sizing, and we go into open up this, select Onigiri, rig creation, add safe rig. Nope, a little too big. And we want to scale it down to the Second Life. Now this is really important that you do try to get your avatar as close to the Second Life size as possible, because when it's transferring the animation, if your model is gigantic, sometimes the Second Life animation will try to match that gigantic origin, and when your character steps to the right in big mode, it will sling your Second Life body over to the side, trying to make that step like, oh, the position is over here, so we need to be over here. So this is why we have to scale it down. So it's really important that you do that. So once your skeleton is scaled down, I like to match the shoulders. We can just get rid of the safe rig and then get that out of here. Next thing we need to do is import our dance. So we have our dance, we just select their bones, and I'm going to hit save so that way you guys can have it in the final tutorial. Alright, so we have our stuff here. We need to import our animation. So Miku Dance uses .vmd format. So import your VMDs. Bug on my leg. Yeah, that's how I feel. It's a bug on my leg. So you need to find wherever your motions are. Now these are old motions that I used to have, and I'm just gonna keep using shake because I know that works. Everything else is like, ooh, I know that dance. Ooh, I know that dance, and then we'll be here all night. So you load your animation in, and then if you want to test it out, you just go down to the bottom and scrub through, and you see yourself dancing about. All right, cool. Now we convert this into a Second Life animation. With your animation imported in, we're going to select the animation tab at the front of this. Once we are over here, we're going to go to frame 0, which is is already in the rest pose, and we're going to change it from a pose to a T pose to make it fit better with Second Life. Now, just to be clear, we are not changing the rest pose. We are just going to import import a T-pose so they can create the reference and then trace it on from there. It is very important that you have this T-pose with everything else if you want to have an accurate animation transfer. If you don't put it there and your arms are in the A pose or anything other than a T-pose, the converter will try to start from a T-pose and then it will make your arms offset from where it's supposed to be, and that's not good. So we want to do this to protect the animation and make it transfer right, and do this. But if you were to change the rest pose, then that will dunk up the entire animation, because now it has a new spot from where it's starting from, and it will offset every other frame from there on. That's why we're just inserting a frame, a T-pose frame, and not changing the rest pose. I hope all that made sense. So we just want to select the arms real quick and just slide them on up. Doesn't have to be accurate, just up, not A. Good enough. I mean, like I said, this is a quick tutorial. It doesn't have to be accurate. It ain't gonna be accurate if I'm doing it. But when you guys are doing it because you have vision and the ability to see things straight, I'm assuming, you should be able to get it done right. Ooh, okay. So once you got your arms in the T-pose, we're just going to press A a couple times and select everything. And then we're going to press I, and then, the letter I, and then select Rot Lot Scale. And this will change the 0 rest pose frame into, a T-pose. So once we have the T-pose established, and please don't make fun of my T-poses, I know it's bad. We're going to open up our Onigiri, and we're going to tell it to create a reference pose starting here at this frame. So we're going to go to Animation, and then it says Reference Pose Features. I'm going to select that, and we're going to want to press this button right here that says Reference from this pose. As you see, it's got an arrow pointing towards the pose, so it's like reference to this. And you just select that, and then create a reference pose. And you're going to wait, and it's going to pause and then insert a new frame and then go on from there. So we're going to wait for that to happen. I miss when it used to turn white, and that way I knew everything was done. Okay, so now it has our reference pose, and we're ready to go. Next thing we want to do, now you don't have to really do this, but I like to do it just in case the map is off and I need to change where some stuff is located. You can do that. It's kind of like troubleshooting and doing it at the same time, but once you have it done, you really don't need to do this part anymore. Next thing we need to do is go to, what is this? Reference, motion process, enable library. I always forget. Yeah, character tools, retarget motion. There we go. Now once we're in a retarget motion, all we need to do is load in our Miku Miku dance map. So just load in the map, select it, and it's the same map you use for like rigging, I guess. You can use the ones that's inside here by default, and we're just going to scroll on down till you see Mmd Temp. We can use that one. And then we're going to put the distance from where we want to load our copycat, our actor, because that's the lingo on this. The source of the animation is called the director, and the thing that's transferring to it is our actor. So we want to set how far our actor is from our director, and I always go to 0.80 just to give it some distance, especially when it's got hair and you need to correct some stuff, so and just a little far back. And then once everything is done, we just hit action, and it's copied over. So now we just scrub through it again, and we see if the animation is transferred through, and as you see, it has. This will give you a good way to look through everything. Alright, so now we have our animation playing, and it's ready to be transferred over. Now it's time for us to export it as Second Life. So we want to close the, I had that open before, was the interactive retargeting, but we don't need that. So what we need to do is close this character tool menu and then go to animation. And we want anim export features because we want to export it as a .anim file and not a .bvh file, because .anims can be uploaded in bulk and not one at a time. So yay to that. So we want to start where we want to have every stuff at. By default, it's going to start at the first frame, and then it's going to end on the last frame, which, if you want to, you could just press, I forgot what button that was, but anyway, you can just fill this in. So I actually want it to start on frame, right, I think it's frame 8. Okay, so start on frame 8 and end on frame 3811, not 12. And that's where I want it to be. Now it's also going to tell you what time, how long this animation is, and this is way too long for Second Life. Second Life can only handle animations at a time of 59.99 seconds. However, it's not time alone, but also size. Bigger and longer the animation is, the bigger it is. And I forgot the exact size Second Life limits animations. I was just remembering the time and everything else, but I forgot the size. All I know is that they really like small animations. But we're going to fix that, so don't worry about it. So just scroll on down to the default for the details of the animation. Right here it says base name by default. By default it's Oni Animation, so we're just going to change it to Shake Toot. Shake the Toot. And they have the priority, what priority it is. The lower the number is, the lesser the priority it is. Higher it is, the higher, more absolute it is. But I like to stay on 2 for dances, just in case we have something that actually like makes an avatar blink. I don't want that to stop and be overwritten by the animation. So 2 is my favorite for dancing, possibly 3, but I don't go in there higher than that, because blinking and stuff. Or if you have an animated mouth or whatever, those are usually up high, so we want to make that, we don't want anything to conflict. That's why I stay there. We are not going to put a loop in any of these animations, not at all, because we want them to be played in sequence when we have put it inside of our dancer, so none of that. And we need for it to split, because like I said, it's too big for Second Life. So we have an automatic splitting feature that you can use. So as we make this a little bit bigger for you, everything in here is pretty self-explanatory. It says how many segments do you want them to be split into. It says 60 by default, which is again long for Second Life, because the best one is really 59.99. You put it at 60, it might say that the animation is too long and you don't want that. And again, it's going to make it a big file. So we want to break it down from 60 seconds to something safe like 25, because that will make nice small animations. And hell, you can even put it down to 10 if you want to, but that would just mean more animations for you. This another thing to say is that this section is actually a built-in script making thing for you, so you can actually export this. When you export it, it will export a script that you can put in World, and then it will do exactly what we say. Like the time overlap, this right here will say, okay, we breaking the animations down into 25-second segments, and then at 1 second, 1 point or 3 point seconds as that animation is about to end, start playing the other animation so that it can transition into it, unless you want it to just be like stop, go, stop, go, stop, go. This one will help make it a like smoother one. And I'm not really sure what time delay is, but the same thing, like delay to start the animation or whatever. I haven't really used that one. I always just did a time overlap. However, thing I don't really like about the script is that, yeah, it works, but it doesn't allow you to do the music play, which kind of goes against having a dancer, because you'll just be dancing in silence, and then you need music to play along with it, and that's where Gypsy's script come in. But that is another tutorial for another time, because it is 2:27 in the morning. This is a manic episode, and not all of my hard drives are installed right now, so I don't know if I have the music splitting program even plugged up. So I will have that ready for you when we do the real tutorial, but for right now we're just going to split these animations and import them in. So once we have all of our settings done, we are just going to press this button right here where it says export animation, and I'm going to create a new folder because I don't want them swarming my desktop. So this is going to be Mmd and then to save. And as you see, it's going to start exporting. So we just want to wait for that to not be red and for this not to be white. And then it's all done. So sit back and relax and be like, oh, I did it. I did it. Any questions, comments, concerns? It is so hot. So flippin' hot in this house. And I'm scared to open up the window because I think it's tonight's trash night. Was it yesterday? Oh, okay, good. Because usually when trash night comes around, that's when the skunk comes around. And it stinks up the joint. It's fine, Sugar Butt. Go ahead, curse. And you know what? I just noticed that it's saving on my desktop and I didn't save it in the folder. Yay.
At least you know now. So if you look at the folder, where is it?
Yeah, right. So it's slowly saving. But as it's going, we can just import this as a regular thingamajig. So what I want to do is go to upload and then you go to bulk. Because .anims can be uploaded in bulk. And you can select I'm just going to select 2 right now because I'm not wasting no more money on this. And you see it uploads in. And shake it. I stay out too late. Got nothing in my brain. That's what people say. Alright, so as you see, you can just upload all your animations in here, and then after that, it's just throwing it inside of a script or inside of a gesture, and you know, you got your dances. So then you can just go look through all the MMD library, and you can just convert these one at a time, and then there you go again, instant money. You can have a motion or animation store, animation dances, and use the MMD mocap system when it connects, and you can make your own stuff and just convert it into Second Life. Again, this is an easy way for you guys to make money to donate to me. Okay, so that's it for MMD stuff. I hope later on to work on stages and props, and it doesn't really end just with the model for MMD. Your clothes that they make for it can also be imported into Second Life as well. However, you got to remember that Second Life only has so many bones, and a MMD garment has many, 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 many bones and physics. So all that's not going to transfer into here. So you can just put your clothes on your avatar, and it'll be pretty much the basic setup. If you're looking for all that spinny, physicky stuff that they have there, it ain't happening. But you can also, you know, shop the marketplace over there, DeviantArt and whatever, and put on clothes and stuff, so you're not just a naked MMD model. Whew. So yeah, that's that. That's MMD stuff in a nutshell. I have no idea how long this nutshell was. An hour. Oh wow, we came under time. And it's one of the first first time we did a tutorial on this channel where everything worked out and we didn't have to do it. Well, next time, children. So yeah, as you see, it's super fast, super easy, and you can transfer all your MMD dreams on here. No more Mio, no more having to rig this stuff by yourself. It's pretty much go, 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 except for the face. And if you know how to use maps and retargeting, you can use it for pretty much anything. Like I said, I've already converted a model from Smash into Second Life, and a model from Story of Season. So yeah, it's fun, it's easy, it's doable. Have fun, and I will see you guys on the real tutorial when it's explained out in detail with stopping and, you know, mild editing. Alright, any questions before we close?
Sorry for cussing up the storm back here.
Oh yeah, I'm just sitting. What is that? Like that Stan Lee thing from Spider-Man? I'm just happily going about my business, and you in the background dying, exploding, get slammed.
I almost
Water. Yeah. Yep. Baby getting hip to my job, y'all. No, I had to do it all day. Alright, y'all. That's it for this tutorial. See you guys in Discord, and I hope you guys look forward to the actual stable one, and you leave lots of likes. Our total like count is 12. That's a lot of likes. We have 42 views and 12 likes. I like those numbers. No problem. It's always fun to teach you guys stuff, and I look forward to more Onigiri tutorials to come your way. And I hope you guys look forward to them too. God, how do I say goodbye? Goodbye, bye everybody. I just love hanging out with everybody. I'm like, so, no. Y'all know what it's like. Southern women cannot hang up a telephone. Alright, for real. Alright guys, thank you for watching the channel. This has been Zero, and I hope that this had inspired you to create stuff, and I hope that it gets you another step further in your projects, because that's what we love to see, is guys having good lucks with your projects. I'm gonna crash, and then I'll see you guys in the morning with our hopefully new tutorial. And yeah, bye, good luck, have fun, see you. Yeah. It's the ending, go!